Hello everybody. Today in this short video we are going to talk about revision of Earth systems. As we know, Earth has air, water, land, rocks or living things. So an energy constantly flows through these different parts and there are always interactions between these different parts. So we call these parts as systems of Earth or spheres of Earth, and we are going to talk about interactions between them. So scientists have organized the parts that make up of Earth into four main systems. These are geosphere, biosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. If we want to talk about the definitions of these four, we can start with atmosphere. Then the atmosphere is the layer of gases surrounding Earth. So when we talk about atmosphere, we need to talk about air itself. And atmosphere is made up of mostly nitrogen and oxygen. The atmosphere also contains water vapor, carbon dioxide, and other gases. The second system that we want to talk about is geosphere. The geosphere includes the solid and melted rock inside Earth. It also includes the soil, rock pieces, and land features at Earth's surface. Hills, mountains, erupting volcanoes, and other landforms are all part of geosphere. Next is hydrosphere. All of Earth's liquid and solid water, including oceans, lakes, rivers, glaciers, and ice caps, makes up the hydrosphere. So hydrosphere covers more than 70% of Earth's surface. It exists in two basic forms, salt water and fresh water, and we are going to talk about fresh water in next weeks. Most of Earth's fresh water exists as ice, and most of Earth's salt water is in the ocean. The last sphere of Earth is biosphere, and biosphere is the collection of all of Earth's living things. Organisms that make up the biosphere are found from the lower atmosphere to the depths of the ocean floor, and all living things are part of the biosphere. Also, we are the part of the biosphere. So next, let's have a look at these pictures and try to find out which of the spheres these pictures belong to. So when you look at the first picture, you can see that you can see a plant and an animal, which should be a part of biosphere. So the second picture is you can see a beautiful picture from sky. So it's obviously a part of atmosphere. The third picture, we see different colors of layers of rocks. So this should be a part of geosphere. So the last picture, in the last picture, you can see that it is maybe under an ocean or sea. So it's a part of hydrosphere. So now let's talk on what makes our planet a lively planet and what makes our planet appropriate or proper to live in. So we are going to talk about interactions between these spheres. So remember this, please. That's so important. A balanced intersection of all these systems and spheres makes our planet a place to live. So when we look at any of these pictures, we will see a combination of different systems and an intersection of different systems, which makes this place to live on. So before starting with the pictures, let's have a look at what interaction means. So when we talk about Earth systems interactions, the biosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and geosphere are interconnected. For example, the atmosphere contains carbon dioxide, a gas that plants, and which is a part of the biosphere, need in order to make food. So remember photosynthesis, right? So volcanic eruptions in the geosphere produce carbon dioxide. The atmosphere also contains oxygen, the gas that animals need in order to breathe. Earth's upper atmosphere contains a layer called the ozone layer, and this layer protects all living things in the biosphere from the sun's damaging ultraviolet rays. So before starting with the pictures, we know that there's always an interaction between these systems. So let's have a look at these pictures. The first picture, you can see Chinese Great Wall made by humans on geosphere, on mountains, which is a part of geosphere. So this is an interaction between geosphere and biosphere. When you look at the second picture, we can see a river like making curves. We can also see trees here, but I will focus on the river because you can see that river makes curve-shaped shapes. So it's following a curve shape. So it makes different shapes on geosphere. So we can say that this is a good example of an interaction between hydrosphere and geosphere. Let's have a look at the third picture. On the third picture, you can see raindrops on leaves. So this picture shows an interaction between hydrosphere, rain as a part of hydrosphere, and plants, leaves as a part of biosphere. And this is an interaction between hydrosphere and biosphere. So when we go to the next page, so on this picture, you can see that a plant is planted inside soil. So this is a very common example of an interaction between biosphere and geosphere. So on this picture, we can see mountains, greenish mountains, then we can see a lake, we can see clouds and the sky. It's a very beautiful picture. You can see interactions between atmosphere, the sky as a part of atmosphere, and you can see geosphere here. Then you can see a lake, which is a part of hydrosphere. So at one place, you can see interactions between at least three different spheres or systems. So the last picture is a maybe mining place, field, and you can see the shapes which was made by humans. So on this picture, when you look at this hill, you can see an interaction between geosphere and biosphere. So as an activity, I want you to have a look at these pictures and write down onto your notebook about what you see on these pictures and what interactions you see on these pictures. So what interactions you see, you may see interactions between two systems, or you may see interactions between three systems, or you may see an interaction between four systems at the same time. So the combination of all these spheres and interactions between them make the Earth and make the Earth our home. So if you want to organize your answers, you can use this chart. You don't need to print it out. You don't need to just download it. Just write it onto draw it onto your notebook and use it while looking at these pictures and writing your answers.